Well, this is Aldi's portable metal cutting bandsaw, which is a really good bit of kit. It is portable, but it comes with this stand, which is again very useful. And this is an excellent bit of kit. These retail currently in the UK for £149.99, and that works out about $195 US, which I think is really good value for a metal cutting bandsaw. I mean, that is, you'd be hard pressed to find one cheaper anywhere. It's also German made. Shepak, I think, was the actual original manufacturer, but this is obviously, this is branded, I think it's WorkZone, which is Aldi's own product brand. So why am I showing you a picture of a metal cutting bandsaw? Well, the reason is that whilst the saw is excellent and I can't fault it, it's a really nice bit of kit, there are a few problems well, with the vise. Let me turn it around and I'll show you. Okay, so here it is viewed from the other side, and this is the area, shall we say, which is a problem. Let me zoom in on that for you. Yeah, it's basically, well, it's just a sliding shaft with a cam operated lock, which locks it onto the piece of work that you're trying to hold. Basically, it is, well, crap is about the best description I can come up with for it. So now there've been a couple of really good videos on YouTube, one by DIY TechNut and one by MakerGeek, who have both got this saw and have both come up with solutions to improve the actual vise on this. I'm going to go down a different route. I'm going to see if we can remove this vise completely and put a proper drill press or machine type vise on there, because I have several and I just figure this would be an easier solution rather than trying to improve this thing. So let's tip it up and see what's on the underside. Right, this is the underside. It looks fairly straightforward. I think it's these 4 Allen cap head bolts here which hold the vise on. So I think we just need to remove those and that'll just take the entire vise off. Well, that was fairly straightforward, and that just lifts off. It's quite an impressive casting. But I mean, one of the options you could do is to replace this with a threaded rod. The problem is that the casting isn't very thick here or here, so you'd need to put some kind of nut in there, I think, otherwise you wouldn't be able to get any decent force on it. But I mean, that's certainly an option. But I think it would be easier to simply replace the original vise with something else. Yeah, as I said, a proper machine type vise. And this is what I'm thinking about replacing it with. This is my Brown & Sharp, lovely Brown & Sharp tilting machine vise, which I got off of eBay for a very good price. It will move the edge of the jaws slightly further away from the blade, but then the bonus with this is, of course, you can actually grip things in this vise properly, which you cannot do on the original vise. Also, the jaws on here on this are only about 1 inch. However, they are removable, so I could make new jaws for it which are taller if I needed to grip larger things. I generally don't cut large stock, so I'm probably going to be okay with this. But this would produce you just actually be able to clamp work in this properly, which you cannot do on the original vise. So I'll just have to see. There's a central fixing point for this Brown & Sharp, so I'll have to see whether it's a convenient place for me to mount it, and I'll have to extend the winding handle slightly because at the moment it won't clear the back end of the saw. But yeah, I think it's doable. Well, that wasn't too difficult. As I say, there's a single point fixing on the Brown & Sharp. So it's a 1/2 inch hole, but I had some 12mm bolts, so we've just got a 12mm bolt in there holding on. I don't think that's going to go anywhere. Obviously it makes the whole thing a lot heavier. Fortunately the Brown & Sharp vise is 1/2" drive, so I've just used a socket set extension to bring the crank clear of this end. Yeah, I think that that will do. We'll let me turn it round and clamp it down to the bench and see if we can actually cut something with it. Well, our demo bit of work is a piece of fairly thick, probably 2mm thick wall steel tube, 20mm diameter, something like that. So I'll zoom in on that so you can actually see what's going on. There you go. Right, let's just plug it in and get it going. Yeah, I generally have the bandsaw on its lowest speed for this. Well, no problem cutting that whatsoever, but I didn't expect it to. It's actually a very good bandsaw. So, well, the vise certainly has passed its first test. I think that's a good move. As I said, the only thing I might do is make some new jaws for it, which are slightly taller. But no, for most of what I'm going to cut, that's going to be ideal. So anyway, there you go. Fairly quick way of improving the appallingly bad vise on the Aldi portable metal cutting bandsaw base. And so if you happen to have a decent spare drill press or machine vise laying around, it obviously does the trick nicely. Anyway, just a quick video on the on this, so I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers.